Assalamu alaikum, everybody. So, CIPRI's 2026 yearbook is out. Let's talk a bit about it. So, for years, debates about South Asian nuclear stability focused on one question कि इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के पास कितने न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स हैं। लेकिन ये जो लेटेस्ट CIPRI की yearbook आई है, it raises a different question और मेरे ख्याल में ये एक बहुत ही important question है। According to CIPRI's 2026 assessment, India possesses approximately 190 nuclear warheads, जिनमें से 12 are assessed to be deployed with operational forces. Pakistan की estimation is approximately around 170 nuclear warheads. लेकिन इससे पहले कि we jump to any conclusions, the important point is not the number 12 itself. The important question is, what does deployment tell us about the evolution of India's nuclear posture? Because deployed warheads implies something different from stockpiled warheads. They imply readiness. And readiness जो है वो change कर देती है deterrence के dynamics को. So if South Asia is gradually moving from a posture that was built around delayed readiness toward one that is now characterized by higher readiness, then obviously that deserves serious discussion. Not because war is imminent, but because जो risks associated हैं उस readiness posture के साथ, जिसमें accidents हैं, misperceptions हैं, technical failures हैं, human error है, crisis escalation है, all of them become more consequential when forces are maintained at higher status of readiness. Now, let's talk about canisterization की revolution. One of the most important drivers for India to make this shift from a recessed posture to high readiness posture with these 12 deployed warheads is that shift of canisterization. So, for decades, nuclear systems often involved multiple preparation steps before launch. But today, India के जो नए system हैं, जिस तरह Agni 5 है या Agni P है, they increasingly enhance and emphasize on canisterized deployment. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब है कि ये missiles जो हैं they remain sealed, they remain protected और ये मोबाइल लॉन्चर्स पे हैं और ये अवेलेबल हैं रैपिड लॉन्च के लिए जब ऑर्डर दिया जाएगा ना। उसके बहुत से एडवांटेजेस हैं जो इंडिया खुद भी समझता है और बाकी जो सपोर्टर्स हैं इस हाई रेडीनेस के या कैनिस्टराइजेशन के वो भी इसको समझते हैं कि ग्रेटर सर्वाइवेबिलिटी है, ग्रेटर मोबिलिटी है, इंप्रूव डिटरेंस क्रेडिबिलिटी है और फास्टर रिस्पॉन्सिवनेस है। लेकिन एवरी टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांटेज जो है वो it comes with its own set of strategic consequences. The easier it becomes to move from political authorization to military execution, the less time exists between decision and action. And in nuclear strategy, time is often a stabilizing variable. In what is happening today in South Asia, we are losing that time. The less time हमारे leaders के पास available होगा to verify information, to assess intentions, to communicate during a crisis, the greater the potential of consequences of mistakes. So this becomes especially important in South Asia, जहाँ पे geography जो है वो already compress कर रही है decision making की timelines को. Now इसकी एक leg sea-based challenge भी है. जो second major development है वो शायद ज़्यादा significant है. Deterrence is increasingly moving beneath the sea. India का जो sea-based deterrence है, it is intended to provide what strategists call a survivable second strike capability. Simple terms में अगर land की जो based forces हैं वो threaten हो जाती हैं तो submarine at sea can ensure retaliation and that always remains a possibility. इससे deterrence strengthen होती है. But it also changes the readiness requirements. Submarine जब deterrence patrol के लिए निकलती है तो वो एक credible second strike provide नहीं कर सकती अगर nuclear weapons उसके अंदर already loaded ना हो जब वो पेट्रोल पे निकली है. This means that sea-based deterrence naturally encourages higher levels of operational readiness. But it is not unique to India. It is how every mature nuclear triad has evolved. And the strategic question is not whether sea-based deterrence is legitimate. The strategic question is how this evolution affects crisis stability in South Asia. Because once the readiness increases at sea, जो assumptions हैं वो they dominate the first 3 decades of South Asian deterrence से जो in play रही हैं, they begin to change. So the question you might ask, and I'm also asking, is why this matters for Pakistan. So पाकिस्तान का मसला ये नहीं है कि इंडिया कैनिस्टराइजेशन की तरफ जा रहा है. पाकिस्तान का मसला इंडिया की सबमरीन्स भी नहीं है. पाकिस्तान का मसला कोई एक सिंगल टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है. The issue is the interaction of multiple technologies at the same time. So today we are witnessing MIRVs, we are witnessing missile defenses, we are witnessing AI-enabled intelligence systems, persistent surveillance, long-range precision strike capabilities. हम देख रहे हैं counter force की discussions क्या हैं, sea-based deterrence की क्या discussions हैं, and individually each capability can be explained as stabilizing. Collectively, however, equation जो है वो change हो जाती है because collectively they create a much more complex strategic environment. And this is what SIPRI की report identifies as one of the most contemporary challenges: nuclear conventional entanglement. The growing overlap between conventional and आपकी nuclear capabilities means that actions intended as conventional signaling, they can be interpreted as carrying nuclear implications. This is the problem. The concern is not simply more weapons. The concern is more complexity. And complexity है जहाँ पे miscalculation thrive करती है. Now, what is the problem actually with South Asia when I said we are losing time? The problem is of shrinking decision time. So the real danger is not कि arms race हो रही है. It might be temporal arms race. It may be race against time. States जो हैं वो increasingly acquire कर रही हैं वो technologies that detect faster, that decide faster, that strike faster, that respond faster. और artificial intelligence जो है, it is accelerating intelligence की processing. And canisterization accelerates that very readiness. So missile defenses encourage करते हैं offensive adaptation. Sea-based deterrence encourage करता है operational responsiveness. And together, these developments shrink the decision-making window. And when decision windows shrink, mistakes become more dangerous. So unlike Cold War, जहाँ पे leaders often had very longer period to assess warning की information, India and Pakistan जिस geography में operate करते हैं, वहाँ ये window already बहुत छोटी है. Missile flight times are already measured in minutes. So every additional reduction in warning time, it carries consequences. And this is where future strategic instability may emerge, not from numbers, but from speed. So क्या हम ये कह सकते हैं कि हम एक नए nuclear era में enter हो रहे हैं? The most important question raised by SIPRI's findings is not whether India has deployed 12 warheads. The more important question is whether South Asia, हमारा जो region है, is gradually transitioning from a system that was built around delayed readiness toward one that is built around continuous readiness. That would represent a very profound shift in my opinion, because readiness changes incentives, readiness changes signaling, readiness changes crisis management, and readiness changes the risks that are associated with misperception. The future of strategic stability in South Asia will not be determined solely by how many nuclear weapons India and Pakistan possess, but it will depend on something which is less visible but potentially more important. How quickly can these weapons be employed? The challenge ahead is not merely the arms race itself. It is a race between technological modernization on one hand and strategic restraint on the other hand. And history suggests that technology often moves faster than doctrine. The question for South Asia is whether crisis management mechanisms can evolve quickly enough to keep pace. Because the future danger may not be bigger arsenals. The future danger may be less time to prevent a mistake. And I think the future danger, having less time to prevent a mistake is something that we need to continuously talk about. And I think we need to have more discussions about the shrinking time in साउथ एशिया, जो कि इन डिप्लॉयमेंट से आएगा ऑफ न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स, जो कि इंडिया परस्यू कर रहा है. एंड आई थिंक पाकिस्तान हैज some really bigger, questions that it needs to talk about, think about, and revise its strategic calculus based on the information that has now come out. Pakistan actually काफी सदियों से कहता है कि ये इंडिया की मूवमेंट इस तरफ डेफिनेटली होगी. इंडिया इज गोइंग टू नाउ नेक्स्ट स्टेप में ड्रॉप द फिग लीफ ऑफ नो फर्स्ट यूज. एंड आप देखेंगे कि अभी जिस तरह ये हाई स्टेट ऑफ रेडीनेस की तरफ मूव किया है, इंडिया को अपनी डॉक्ट्रिन डेफिनेटली चेंज करनी पड़ेगी. अभी नहीं, बिकॉज इट इज टू सून एंड इट विल इन्वाइट अ लॉट ऑफ अटेंशन फ्रॉम द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. लेकिन एज strategic thinkers, as students of this subject, I think we need to continue to ask harder questions. So please, SIPRI की yearbook 2026 की प्लीज डाउनलोड करें, उसकी समरी पढ़ें और उसके जो implications हैं उनके ऊपर मजीद डिस्कशंस करें अपने नेटवर्क में. And let's continue to raise these important questions. Thank you.